peace and love to everyone out there. I'm just making this video today to talk about a concept that I think a lot of people, if they knew it and they could wake up to it, would really help them along. They're just identifying who they are spiritually and just as humans on this planet and what it means to live. And that concept is infinity. It's basically the underlying structure that kind of holds all of reality together. If you can understand this concept, then you can understand basically what the mechanisms of why certain things operate a certain way. So within this concept, it's understanding that the universe is infinite. And you can understand this simply by contemplation's a big one that helps out with it, by thinking of it like this. No matter what you believe in, Adam and Eve, the Big Bang, any type of creation, you have to perceive it in this light, that it never really started. There was never really a start to anything. That the Big Bang, Adam and Eve, whatever you believe in, it never really started, because the energy that created it, you can just keep going back. You can constantly keep going back towards. So you can perceive it as, let's say there's an explosion, Big Bang happens, all of the matter of the universe, was condensed and then expands, and then there was, this expansion. But what was that energy to begin with? What did it exist in? It just existed. And there's no space or time between that amount of time where it existed. There was just point of existence, and then there was no real start to it at all. It was just kind of a infinite or eternal state of existing. So if you look at it in that light, you can kind of see that there's no measurable time for things not to happen. You can understand it from the concept that it just kind of always existed. It always, there's really no time to say, oh, well, another Big Bang didn't happen. It's there's no conceptualization of that there's a time span that it would take a longer time for something not to exist or to not be created. It's just there's literally infinite amount of time. There's Big Bang, and then but what's before that Big Bang? There's this, and then there's that, and then it just keeps going and going and going. There's really never an end to it. And that's what opens the door right there. It's like a door opening to infinity. It's like, whoop. And when that door opens to infinity, because you can see nothing never began. Energy can never be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. This no beginning concept opens up the door to infinity. So it's like what the eternal nature, the structure of this reality is infinite. It doesn't have beginning or end. It just has infinity. It just goes on and on and on. And this is one of the greatest things I think to contemplate on and to understand is the concept of infinity. Other one being besides unity. And it's just understanding the universe does not have beginning or end. It just always existed. And it always existed in the sense that it never began. How can anything be created? You have to really think about that. It's like you could think of it on an analytical basis and go the there was point A to point B, and these intervals happened, but these intervals come from a source that kind of perpetually existed. It never really started. It just continued to exist. It's just like always existing. So that's one of the big underlining things of this structures of this universe to understand. It's understand that the universe is infinite. And the second one being unity is another one of the most underlining structures of this reality. And I'll get to that on another video. But for now, that's just wanted to get that out there and put that out there for people on planet Earth to hear. It's something I think that resonates within most people already. It's just, we know these truths to be innately part of our reality, but it's like it dwells kind of subconsciously. It's a kind of implied memory within the entire structure of our reality. All right, thank you and peace.